At the same time, somewhere else, another man was getting richer without working daily, his money growing silently while he enjoyed complete financial freedom. What if the problem was not how much James earned, but how the entire system was designed to keep him exactly where he was? He realized one truth: systems will always outperform hard work if used correctly. Most people around him were still stuck, because they never changed the way they thought about money. Most people will watch this and do nothing, but if you act today, you can be one of the few who actually change their life. James worked hard every single day, but no matter how much he earned, his life never changed, like he was stuck inside an invisible financial trap. Every month felt the same: money came in, money went out, and somehow nothing stayed, leaving him wondering if this cycle would ever end. He wasn't lazy, he wasn't careless, yet his bank account always looked empty, like something was silently working against him without his knowledge. At the same time, somewhere else, another man was getting richer without working daily, his money growing silently while he enjoyed complete financial freedom. Same world, same rules, yet completely different outcomes, and the difference was not luck, it was something hidden that most people never understand. James believed working harder would solve everything, but the more he worked, the more exhausted he felt, without actually moving closer to financial freedom. The moment his salary arrived, expenses swallowed it instantly: rent, food, bills, leaving nothing behind, like money was never meant to stay with him. Without realizing, James spent money on things that felt good for a moment, but slowly kept him trapped in a cycle he couldn't escape. Easy payments made everything feel affordable, but each small decision added pressure, silently building a financial weight that grew heavier with time. What if the problem was not how much James earned, but how the entire system was designed to keep him exactly where he was? For the first time, James started questioning everything: his habits, his spending, and the beliefs he had followed blindly his entire life. Since childhood, he was taught to study, get a job, earn money, but no one ever taught him how money actually works. Financial knowledge always felt optional, something extra, but in reality, it was the very thing controlling his entire future. Wealthy people were not smarter, they just understood one thing better: how to make money work instead of working endlessly for money. They used time and compounding, letting small investments grow quietly into something powerful without needing constant effort or stress. James realized he had been ignoring the most important skill, understanding money, and now he knew this was the only way out. He started small, tracking every expense, understanding where his money actually went, gaining control step by step without rushing the process. For the first time, he stopped buying things just for temporary happiness, choosing long-term stability over short-term satisfaction. Instead of spending everything, he began investing a small portion, even when it felt uncomfortable, trusting the process rather than instant results. Days turned into months, and slowly, something started changing, not instantly, but in a way that finally gave him hope. His money started growing, not fast, but steadily, showing him that patience was more powerful than constant struggle. For the first time, he felt in control, not because he earned more, but because he finally understood how money behaves. The difference was not income, it was mindset. The way he thought about money changed everything around him. Wealth was never about working harder, it was always about working smarter and letting systems build income over time. He kept learning, improving slowly, understanding risks instead of avoiding them, turning knowledge into his biggest advantage. He realized one income source was never enough, building multiple streams was the real key to long-term financial security. Work no longer felt like pressure, it became a tool, while his investments quietly started doing their job in the background. With time, growth became visible, proving that consistency beats intensity when it comes to building real wealth. The same man, same world, but completely different life, because he finally understood the rules that were always hidden in plain sight. The truth is, most people will never understand this system, and that is exactly why only a few ever escape it. Very few people truly understand how money works, and that is exactly why most remain stuck while only a small percentage quietly moves ahead. James realized following the crowd would only keep him average, because most people around him were struggling with the same financial problems. Small changes began showing results, not instantly, but enough to prove that he was finally moving in the right direction. Time became his biggest ally, something he had ignored before, but now he understood how powerful consistency could become over months and years. Instead of chasing quick money, James focused on steady growth, knowing that slow progress was still better than staying stuck forever. Every decision became intentional. He started choosing investment over spending, even when it felt difficult in the beginning. He divided his money carefully, making sure a part always went into investments before anything else could take it away. Discipline replaced motivation, because he understood that consistency matters more than temporary excitement when building something long-lasting. There were ups and downs, but instead of quitting, he stayed patient, knowing that growth never happens in a straight line. This is where most people give up, expecting fast results, but real wealth is built by those who stay even when progress feels slow. James stopped comparing himself with others, focusing only on his own journey instead of chasing unrealistic expectations from the outside world. His investments kept growing slowly, each step building on the previous one, creating a foundation that became stronger over time. He didn't depend on one source anymore, building multiple income streams that added stability and reduced the risk of losing everything. Risk was no longer something to fear, but something to manage carefully with knowledge and planning. He balanced saving and investing, making sure he was prepared for both emergencies and opportunities without panic. Money became a tool, not a problem, because he finally understood how to control it instead of letting it control him. Time multiplied his efforts, turning small consistent actions into something much bigger than he ever expected. Looking back, the difference was clear, not because of luck, but because of small decisions repeated over time. Every step felt small in the moment, but together they created a path that completely changed his financial future. Once you understand this, everything changes. The way you earn, spend, and think about money completely transforms. James finally saw his assets growing, something he never experienced before, proving that his efforts were finally working. Stress started fading, because he was no longer living paycheck to paycheck like before. His priorities shifted, less spending, more investing, creating a balance that gave him control over his life. He realized wealth is not built overnight, but through consistent smart decisions over a long period of time. With time, growth accelerated, showing the true power of compounding once it starts building momentum. He finally broke free from the cycle that once controlled his life, proving that change is possible with the right approach. Confidence replaced fear, because he now understood the system instead of being controlled by it. The same rules applied everywhere, showing that financial knowledge works universally for anyone willing to learn. His life changed not because of sudden luck, but because of consistent effort and better decisions. Even after knowing this, most people will still not take action, and that is why only a few ever reach true financial freedom. Years passed, and what once felt slow suddenly became powerful, as his investments started growing faster than he ever imagined possible. For the first time, he was not worried about money every single day, because his system was finally working for him. Money was coming in even when he was not actively working, something that once felt impossible now became his reality. Every month added more stability, and slowly, financial stress started disappearing from his life completely. The pressure he once carried for years finally faded away, replaced by confidence and clarity about his future. He was still working, but now it was a choice, not a necessity, and that made all the difference. What once felt like a struggle turned into a smooth journey, because he understood how to manage money correctly. Looking back, the difference was unbelievable, the same person, same income, but completely different results. Nothing magical happened overnight, it was just small smart decisions repeated consistently over a long period of time. He finally understood, freedom is not about having unlimited money, it is about having control over your time and your life. Time was no longer something he traded for money, instead, time became something he owned. His life became calmer, not because he stopped working, but because he removed financial uncertainty from it. His income sources kept working quietly in the background, building stability without constant effort. Now he was not just earning money, he was protecting and growing it at the same time. Confidence came from understanding, not from luck, and that changed everything about how he lived his life. Growth no longer felt temporary, it became a continuous process that kept improving his future. He built a simple system: earn, invest, grow, repeat, and that system became the foundation of his wealth. He realized one truth: systems will always outperform hard work if used correctly. Most people around him were still stuck, because they never changed the way they thought about money. And this is exactly why most people never escape. They keep repeating the same patterns without realizing what is actually holding them back. The real difference was mindset. Once that changed, everything else started following naturally. His journey proved that financial freedom is possible, but only for those who are willing to learn and act. He was not special, he just made different decisions at the right time. And now, the same choice stands in front of you: continue the same cycle or choose a different path. Because in the end, your financial future depends on the decisions you make today. If you want to understand money and escape this system, start learning today before it becomes too late. The earlier you start, the easier it becomes, because time is the most powerful tool you will ever have. Your journey might feel slow in the beginning, but if you stay consistent, the results will eventually surprise you. The best time to start was yesterday, the second best time is right now. Most people will watch this and do nothing, but if you act today, you can be one of the few who actually change their life.
Hey, if this video gave you something to think about, that's exactly why I make these every single day. Most of this stuff nobody ever teaches you, and I just think that needs to change. So if you got value today, hit subscribe. New video drops every single day, and whatever topic you want me to cover next, drop it in the comments. I read every single one. See you tomorrow. Thank you for watching.